I am fearless.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the I Am Podcast, where your voice matters. Call her a slasher, call her a shooter, call her a facilitator, call her a playmaker. But whatever you call her, you can't call her scared. Party people, make some noise for Jasmyne Long!
Hi, my name is Jasmyne Long and I am 14 years old. I am from Austin, Texas. I moved to Pearland 2 years ago with my family for my dad's job. I'm a basketball player. I've been playing sports for as long as I can remember. I started with t-ball, then I moved to basketball, soccer, 7-on-7 flag football, and track, not in that order. However, I took an instant liking to basketball. My journey with basketball started when my parents put me in the YMCA. I was around 3 or 4 years old. My skill set was more advanced than my teammates and the other children we played against. I was already able to handle the ball without using two hands. I could steal and I played defense on you. This was not the way of the YMCA. I found that out rather quickly. Every time I would steal the ball or go on a fast break, a whistle would immediately sound as if I did something bad. My parents, especially my dad, was not about the way of the YMCA, and they no longer allowed my brother and I to play sports for them. My dad said, "In sports, everyone does not get a trophy. You need to know how to lose as much as you know how to win." And by lose, he meant get the lessons and have good sportsmanship. From there, I started playing for more organized basketball leagues. These leagues were through our local rec center. I remember playing one game where I chipped my tooth and scored 18 points. It was one of my best games as of yet. However, the coach of that team pulled me out of the game and said that I wasn't giving the other kids a chance. I wasn't trying to be a ball hog. I just wanted a chance to shine on the court. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 when this happened. I continued to play in leagues like these as well as attend basketball camps. One camp in particular, I got to meet Kevin Durant. It was pretty cool. When I was younger, I always wanted to be doing something related to basketball. However, as time went on, I became less motivated, and I'm not sure why or where that came from. I didn't want to go out and practice. I was told that I was wasting my talent, and I believed it. With me moving from a middle schooler and going into junior high, I had something new to look forward to and therefore work toward. There was something about the experience of being on a school team that made me gain my motivation back. I thought it was pretty cool to be a part of something like that and play against other schools as well as experience tournaments. By the time my 7th grade basketball season came around, the fear and not wanting to play that I had quickly turned to excitement. I was one of the best players on my team and the top shooter. I took the lesson from my league coach of giving the other kids a chance and used it. I knew how to include my teammates in games and not make it all about myself. I feel like my league coach's words gave me the determination I needed for the game. I played well the rest of my 7th grade season and had a great coach that put it out of me at all costs. My coach recommended that I play on an AAU team over the summer to help me stay in shape and get better. This would be the beginning of another challenge that would instill fear in me that I would have to overcome. The summer after 7th grade, I went to an AAU team. This team was very unorganized and somewhat dysfunctional. The practices we did we never went over plays. By the time our first game came around, all of us, including myself, was confused on what exactly we were supposed to do. We were getting blown out of games and yelled at by our coach for things that was not our fault. I just felt that we were set up to fail in lots of ways. This ultimately led to self-doubt in basketball and my self-skills. I lost the love for the game. I was back in that familiar place of not wanting to practice and making excuses to my parents so that I would not have to practice or attend tournaments. This AAU experience for me was terrible and left me lost and confused. By the time 8th grade basketball season came around, the effect from the summer did great damage. I would beat myself up over past mistakes and carry them with me into games. I would overthink everything I did on the court. This led to more mistakes, which then I would think about, and this would turn into a crazy cycle. My mistakes were turnover, double dribbles, travels, things that I was a pro at back in my YMCA days. I no longer wanted the ball in fear that I would make a mistake. Anything my parents told me to try and fix after games, I would take it as criticism. I know that I should have listened, but I thought it was all irritating when I felt I was already trying to fix past mistakes and previous. My mom noticed that I was very frustrated about how I was playing. She told me that she would do what she needed to help me. My mom talked with one of her old coworkers whose daughter played basketball and trained here in Houston. Within a week, I had a meeting with my current trainer. The training she has put me through has made me cry and woke all at the same time. She has been helping me a lot with my anxiety and how that translates to on the court. Toward the end of my 8th grade season, I can say that I had gotten a lot better with the pressure of everything. My anxiety was still there, but it was not as bad. I was able to handle the ball better, and my shooting improved along with my confidence. One of the key things I need to work on is defense, slowing my mind down and not rushing shots or passes. I also need to work on staying in proper stance on defense to avoid getting blown by. I feel like I can say throughout my 8th grade season, I became a much better player. There are still a ton of things I need to perfect as much as I can, and that's alright. Through my journey, I have learned and will continue to use the lessons to get better. But what I do know from my journey so far is that I am fearless.
Thanks for tuning in to the I Am Podcast, brought to you by Extreme Heat Sports and Fat Bars Records and Multimedia. We'll be back soon with another inspiring story from the voices of today. See you soon.